D and control. So this is really going to be just a battle of the Titans.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, a battle of the Titans it's been between us three with our pick'em. So Scuff pick'em time. Nameless, who are you taking for this grand final, best of 7?
One's got to go through the hoop. I got OpTic Texas taking this one. I think they get this one done in a game 7. Dashy ices up. He's too good right now. Dashy's been the best player for me in this whole tournament.
That's really valid. I'm down 3. I'm trying to play catch up a little bit here. And also, I would hate if this is where OpTic breaks the streak on an online minor. I'd rather them do it at a LAN. So I'm going to go with LA Thieves in this one to go for a 3P.
So I think I might actually take the other storyline to that one, Ali, and say that I kind of want to see them do what LA Thieves did and win a minor and go on to potentially win a major. I'm taking OpTic Texas for me as well, because who knows? It really is a coin flip up here. We have no idea, but you're going to find out very shortly. Here are your casters for your grand final of Minor 2. It's Study and Shift, boys. This is...
Hey, they can control the season. OpTic Texas want control, though, of their own narrative. Only one team will become the standard. It's OpTic Texas, LA Thieves, Minor 2 grand finals. Let's get it on.
And I'm telling you right now, if you are OpTic, this is a map that you definitely are circled and happy to see. You desperately need to take it, too, because Thieves on the opposite side don't really play a lot of Scar Hardpoint in the last 60 days. They've only had 1 rep on it, and they basically got a 100-point cup by Faze. So a comfortable spot for OpTic, an uncomfortable position for LA, but at least to start off this P1, LA get at least 12 seconds, keep their side of the map in control of blue, and are trying to fight early on for the rotation to do.
Yeah, that's a nice win from Scrap on the outside of the map. OpTic have to kind of deal with that position while also kind of keeping their focus on the hard point itself. HyDra trying to develop a route, but it's 3 kills for OpTic. Now an opportunity for them to kind of stretch beyond the P2 bounds. But as LA find a couple of kills, they can respond with a little wrap of their own.
And look at Neum already on your mini-map, just causing some issues for OpTic to cross over towards Motel for free, because he's still valuing his life so well that he's just keeping them to be slow and steady wins the race over on that red steps. This is going to allow Thieves to shut down that first wave. Still 40 seconds to go with. OpTic's long rest getting shut down. This is ideal. Perfect start for LA.
Yeah, I mean, for a team who has not played this map much outside of their opening qualifier in Major 3 versus Faze, they are looking really clean right now. OpTic struggling to find any time, even to contest over the top of P2. aBeZy for 1 shut down. Finally, OpTic get a little bit of time here, but Thieves not willing to give it up, at least not for free. Scrap trying to find a little bit of punish on the outside of the hard point. Neum right there with them. They're going to combine for a little bit of damage, but Mercules will have the final word, and now OpTic are looking at rotation to 3.
Yeah, but just all that attention that Thieves continue to draw on that side of the map by contesting old gives you the numbers off the rudder to hit those cuts like the way HyDra just did through mid-alley. So Thieves win the rotation over towards P3. Don't have to worry about any hellstorms, and if you are OpTic with control of the side of the map that you want, we need to hit some frags, some stuns to find that opening.
Wow. Yeah, this has been really, really solid from LA. Scrap trying to be the first one forward over towards White Wall, gets the opener, knows he's got Dashy somewhere nearby. He's got support behind him as well to make this a little bit more freeing to him. Yeah, make a play, try to find the timing. Not going to work out. OpTic find at least 1 trade, but on the hard point, LA have not dropped a single second of time, and that's not changing. HyDra on 3. aBeZy, a little bit of damage over through the side on mid-cut, but he wins his 1v1, and now the focus purely goes back to the front of the hard point. HyDra in some trouble. Dashy able to find the kill. Huke follows up. So a moment of salvage here for OpTic, but Scrap shuts that down, and LA are back in for the scrap.
Yeah, now it's a 60, almost 70-point difference in this game. And if you are OpTic, you need to value your life in this crucial moment of Scar. Because if you die and you spawn all the way across the map, that's going to give Thieves the bigger upside of potentially closing it out sooner rather than later. HyDra with the end.
And the fact that HyDra stays alive right here.
Oh, man.
Gunfight versus Dashy is a miracle. Pistol. Oh! Huge 2-piece from HyDra. 6 in a row. Working for a Hellstorm. He's on the cutoff from the front, and OpTic can do absolutely nothing in the face of HyDra.
And he's on 7 in a row. 1 more kill, maybe 2. Earns himself that Hellstorm. But he's just valuing his life so well. Kill number 8 in the back pocket. Last guy's pushing over through the backside of White Wall. Might as well try to get an assist here, secure that Hellstorm, so we can try to use it for the P5. Because for a map that Thieves don't usually play on, this is why their teamwork is unbelievable. An 100-point lead going into our 5th hard point.
Unreal spree. Neum is also on 5 in a row, has earned a 2nd Hellstorm. Not the ideal start at all for OpTic. A miserable one. And maybe a chance for OpTic to try to do some damage to this lead here at P5. They're going to have the numbers on stairs is good, and now there's finally some breathing room. But again, that breathing room can get cut off so quickly by these Hellstorms, depending on when LA want to use them.
Yeah, this is 100% one of those situations you are going to use it, because you don't want to allow OpTic to gain any momentum whatsoever off of so far a good 20-second hold on the P5. So you're gonna invest the Hellstorm, keep them indoors, allow yourself to take some space over towards plane side, and just keep this one scrappy.
Oh my. Well, Scrap tried to take away the space by jumping up and mantling through top green window. Follow up from OpTic, still spawning closest, not fully coordinated nor concentrated. So last two members for OpTic are just trying to keep their lives, trying to hope that the rest of OpTic will spawn here, but that's not the case. Mercules, Huke, both spawning over towards the middle of the map. Is there a possible natural pinch to be set up here? Maybe, as aBeZy will drop and OpTic will find their way back in for a little bit of time.
Yeah, but it's only 10 seconds, man. They need to get out of these green spawns. They need to find trades. And being down by 100, they also desperately need that communication to be on point for the comeback. So let's go to a listening with OpTic.
He was right.
Flying his life paint, probably.
Watch it. I'm on top. He was up low P2. Low P2. He's low P2. Make a Johnny. He's going underbroken right now already. Nice shooter.
Underbroken.
Watch out.
Dead. That's two. One shot. One shot.
Still playing one ball though. Still playing one ball. Yeah, there.
Another one gonna be on me, blue.
Watch out. Going plane.
I'm blue. Bottom blue on me.
You went back to white wall.
Yeah,
I have your beacon. White wall top broken.
There's a guy on me, blue.
Top broken.
Another one, white wall.
Top broken. On time.
We kill white wall now.
Yeah, we did.
Let's kill time. I'm aping this. Nice.
Baby shot. I have the shot.
Nice. No one has right.
Right, I do.
Nice.
I got him.
Let's fucking go.
Nice, yep. Make sure we play there. Go now. He's low gens, aBeZy.
Did we?
He was.
Yo, back to 18. Another guy's just two on there.
You're low. I'm on it.
I have your low, Heidi. I can get time.
I'm low with you.
Hey, up top.
I have your OE. Sit down.
Look over me.
Go top. I'll replay. Play your rest of P1. Other top. Yo, one is fucking P1. You just do one side the bunny. Yeah, sat already. Sat weak. Really weak. Paco.
Watch out top, Randy.
Alright, take fights.
Yo, you stop blue.
I'll tell our steps. I'm trying our steps. Chop, Paco. He's going P1. Let's set P1 right now, Paco. One's gonna be top lane, probably. Tell their top.
Wait,
Okay, top one up. Still low right on me. Top one. Top one. Kill the top one. They're low, Ernie. There's two there. There's floating low. A lot floating low.
On gen, and then just ironing.
Low, scrap.
What's your guy? Oh, Paco. Two low, one low, one top.
I get two.
One top.
There's two old. Another one old.
All right, we get 16 new.
Yep.
Well, Jay, this continues just to be the LA HyDra show right now. He's 26-13. Scrap is, I don't want to say picking it up, but he's 23-18 and was on 6 in a row. OpTic fans are looking at this map saying we love to have it. They've only not gotten to 200 points twice in the 18 times they've played it, and right now they're struggling to get over 100 points.
Yeah, I don't think it's a HyDra shot. I don't think it's a scrap shot. I think this is the super team that you have been waiting to see for quite some time if you are LA. This ain't even close. The way they are executing the team pushes, the way they're executing their first attempts on their holds, because like OpTic, they're trying to do the fundamental part correctly of just like working through mid-cut for P3 breaks. But every single time that one player does it, he loses the gunfight not once, but twice. So by the time he wins that gunfight, there's only 15 seconds remaining at these old hills. Thieves are just dominating in this map number 1, and now only need 19 seconds to close out map 1.
Yeah, and OpTic can't get through P5.
Jesus Christ.
This choke point, they can't get through middle. There is nowhere for them to stand ground at. What an absolute statement from LA in map number 1. Scrap likely to jump into the time, find the final 3 seconds, and we have a 250-104 tally on Scar Hardpoint. I don't think anyone had that on their These two teams played this map at the major. 6-2 was the tally for LA. HyDra, a little poke out over through mid. He will get some good information. Doesn't want to be caught by all of these defensive nades for OpTic, so you back out, and oh no. That was a combination of the offensive nades for Thieves combining onto Huke, trying to toss one of his own, so team kill technically comes through. Niam is going to be the actual first blood, and there's just no rotation here. There's nowhere to go. Absolutely congested. Mercules is still stuck around spawn, and Thieves run away with the first round.
And it's just like what they were doing versus Faze in their previous series, man. Just gonna commit on the bomb plant. Niam holding strong to lock down his spawn push through. Stun is able to connect and looking for the frag, but it's Dashy with the first blood.
Yeah, that's big. Dashy watching through mid-cut. Mercules, ooh, NPC in hand. Has to finesse. Don't throw your shadow too far out inside of the inner portion of rooftops. Gonna call for help. Dashy's here with the pistol, which is gonna feel like an AR in his hands. Meanwhile, Niam on the pitch, shut down. Now it's down to Mercules taking away the space, finds the first. HyDra responds, but nothing more, and OpTic put together a very good attacking round.
Yeah, Thieves just didn't quickly read what they
1-6-3 are the 3 wins that LA have on it, so they are destroying teams on it. Back into the action though. Smoke possessing over towards front dojo. Shotzzy looking to get aggressive, and Neum shuts that down. First blood turned aside, and Huke is waiting for a little bit of trigger and eventually connects.
Okay, I was wondering if Huke was just blind for a second, but HyDra on the other hand works the deep route, makes it a 2v2. Wow. So now Neum through mid cut is still going to be in the play, and it's a Nuke left out by himself.
Yeah, and I think for Thieves, they know that Huke had pushed through. Now they know for sure. Huke gets some damage into one. Neum trying to push forward. Goodness, the confidence. Saw much of anything though. So OpTic will still pose themselves in for a B approach. Shotzzy a little shoulder, Scrap gonna show some effort. HyDra damage out. Shotzzy in trouble, but he's got Dashy watching over him, and everyone will stay alive. Watch your flank though. Neum has got great timing all the way around the back.
Yeah, and all his teammates needs to do is just not get picked. Neum is going to be the deciding factor because not a single player from OpTic watching the pinch, and HyDra also finds the first blood. So that's 2, make it 3 fall, 1v4 left off the Mercules, and that's already going to be the round. It seems that OpTic right now on the minimap, Al, trapped themselves on the site. Can't plant because there's a guy mid-statue, can't plant it towards dojo, and even if we watch flank, we're going to keep ourselves trapped in the spawn. So OpTic need to start making those mid-round adjustments. For early into this round, HyDra gets the first. Effective on a trade is Scrap. Numbers in favor of LA.
Tough retake to be sure. Mercules and Huke are going to work it through dojo.
And Neum's flanking
is already on the routing again. So aBeZy throwing shoulders. All right, Neum, you can come over. I saw both. And OpTic are so worried about tossing nades, they don't even get a chance to see Neum hitting you through a wall from behind. Thieves all over this. Confirmed, and realistically, it's just down to, do OpTic want to use Shotzzy as a flank route towards A, or do you want to just gain the space and plant behind him?
Yeah, Shotzzy's gathering all this information. Dojo's going to be crystal clear, so let's get this bomb that IP. All of LA on the opposite side of the map. Somewhat now getting an indication. All right, there's no action over here, so start to work this rotation, trying to retake through mid.
Scrapped up on the first on of Mercules. Post plant now becoming a bit more feeble for OpTic. Still worried about the flank, because why wouldn't you be? Dashy just looking for contact from the front side of dojo. We'll see Scrap. A couple of the bullets are in, still able to stay alive. Shotzzy meanwhile putting pressure over towards the middle of the map. Dashy needs to keep his life right here. Scrap moving forward. HyDra able to find it. Now they turn over the wing. Then Shotzzy has to play this through mid cut. Hopping on for the defuse will be Scrap. HyDra the one trying to guard. And this smoke is just not going to do it. Shotzzy's got to find the angle. Not going to happen. HyDra takes it away, and it's 5. Pushing over towards mid server. Now we'll back up to get the plan over at B. Scrap, what do you decide to do? Wait, Hooks get hit by that. Are you kidding me? He's all the way inside by Dragon. He's got to be losing his mind right now. So 4v3, post plan established for Thieves. Here we go.
Yeah, this is a lockup. Neum watching the cross through mid hop up. Gives a comp to his teammates. There's at least 2 places on the map, so let me just value my life a little longer.
Well, he's going to be pushed out. Oh my God, no way! Shotzzy had the beat on him. Literally had the jump on him. Mercules the only one to find a kill though, and Thieves are running through.
This is the game mode they needed to work on, and you need it now more than ever.
Yeah, and on the other front, LA has provided some of the fastest break-off scores on this map. A lot of it has come by way of overtime, but you might not even need that right now. The break-off has been perfect. The only thing that really has gone awry in terms of a mistake was that Scrap kind of missed the EMP on his first grabs. HyDra's able to find one from the grave. Scrap going to slide in, find the opening score, and it's one of those opening run-throughs for LA. Absolutely perfect break-off.
Yeah, we're dropping Semtex if you are HyDra. If he doesn't drop that Semtex, that play is still alive, and that's not an early score
right there, but it doesn't make a difference. aBeZy's right there for the follow-up. Mercules trying to step up to stop this play before it can start. Helping him is Shotzzy. No trophy system here, though, so stuns and nades can both land. Knife out in the corner for Neum. Not going to have a chance to swipe at Shotzzy, who finds the opening pick and allow his OpTic defense to move forward.
OpTic keep on moving forward, and Thieves keep on backing up until they get the perfect scenario to continue to be the aggressors, and this is where you find it. HyDra just staying tight in towards the corner, low cage 3. Now EMP carrier is just going to fly on in and try to clean up that final kill, but he gets shut down, and OpTic get the shutdown.
Yeah, nice movement there from Huke. Just scales the wall. Comes back down for 2. HyDra still right back in out of his next life, though. He will find another double. 12 and 6 start for HyDra. Neum on the flank. Scrap trying to hold his life, but may not have the chance to as he's getting pushed out by Mercules. And now Neum, kind of on an island. What can he do from this position? Low. HyDra can still find the trade and keep a position up top towards B2. And if he can do a little bit more damage here, you've all of a sudden got Scrap playing over towards the mid-cot, but no. He's shut down. Scrap off the regen, still allows the Thieves to stay towards couches, but OpTic will get the EMP, and they've got numbers to start burning their way up towards Dojo.
Yeah, don't allow this spot to beat you down again. This time it's going to be aBeZy instead of HyDra, and his Huke locates that first kill, and that's going to be 3, making all 4 dead in a row. OpTic quickly tie the game, but have to get over towards rooftop side because Thieves are just going to cut their losses and play new.
aBeZy will fall, though, on the backside of Dragon. HyDra trying to hold the window. Mercules stuck. That's going to be 3 down. You've got a forward blocker. Shotzzy trying to cut off the EMP carrier around the middle of the map, and Scrap wins a huge pistol fight. Oh my goodness. Now it just needs to wait for the regen to come through. Nade's starting to come out, but Scrap is able to score right before the half. What a win from Scrap. Looked like Shotzzy had that perfectly read. Not the case, and it's a 2-1 half to Thieves. Scrap another from the front, and now Huke is all of a sudden a little bit out of the play, but he goes unnoticed, finds the first. Scrap turning, pistol out in hand, but that's enough for Huke to still find 3, and now an opportunity for OpTic to get this thing to a tie game.
Yeah, Huke needs to get a couple more, though, because he is the lead blocker, just had to reload the gun. So wasn't going to be ready for that first gunfight, but that's just one of those routes there out of the nuke that I would have loved for him to just cut it in half and help your teammates through that mid-map, but you still have the EMP in your possession. You're still pushing Thieves back in an uncomfortable position, but now they have kills in sync, and they're going to hit the forward button.
Uh-oh, Merc's not able to get back to safety. Shotzzy has to stand tall. Good for the first. Grabs the EMP. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but regardless, he has it. He's got help too. Huke and Dashy right here with him. But I think that nade just kind of bounces off the wall.
Oh no.
That's enough for aBeZy to push forward, find a couple. And you got Neum once again moving spawns. I'm telling you, he's always in the right spot, making the right play. Easy counter cap for Thieves. And now we're dealing damage.
HyDra's still here. He is going to get taken down, but who cares? It's all 4 players instantly in a position to stop it at the defensive line.
Oh my God.
He's just winning gunfight after gunfight. Like, these are unreal right now. Oh my goodness.
He's not done yet. Finally, Dashy gets the pick. HyDra trying to stand in front of the way. Dashy didn't have the EMP, so he wasn't able to join Shotzzy on that push-up. Now the Thieves are here defensively. Watch this route, though. OpTic have a couple of players playing through couches, but Neum gets the read on it, able to get a lot of damage into Mercules. But OpTic still were able to posture forward. Dashy pistol out, dancing in the window, trying to find an opportunity to shut down HyDra, but easier said than done. He finds 3 from the cut. Scrap kept his life as the B defender, and Thieves are making their way back over towards mid. It's just going to be followed up by Thieves chasing down the carrier.
Yeah, and all they're doing is pushing OpTic back, forcing them to waste more of the game clock. You had the numbers at A, but you don't execute the push. Now you try to wrap it back over through B, and that's all 4 dead in favor of LA. Studs and Nays need the reign supreme over towards the bookshelf because this is looking like score number 4.
Looking like it. Last little bit. Dashy can only find one of the 2. aBeZy wins the pistol battle as the carrier. It's 4
NPCs at certain times. OpTic just not keeping up right now.
Nope, not at all. Mercules will drop as the EMP carrier. Hellstorm slows the play down to what now makes this map essentially unwinnable for OpTic. It would have to be a score immediately here and then just straight relays after that. We haven't seen anything quite like it. Not at this level with these types of caliber of teams. And I mean, when we're finding shots like that, it's just not going to happen. Oh my goodness. LA Thieves are going to be up 3-0 with 3 dominant map wins on our most consistent team to this point in the season. Unreal.
Just insane to see out of LA that they find themselves in this form at this point of the season. Because if you were a nade shot, the guy who created such a stacked lineup, this is what you were expecting to see to start it all. But these are kind of rock built to beat the green wall. And right now you are beating the shit out of them.
Correct. I mean, what do you say? LA, knowing that they're going to get their second, are largely playing over towards Dojo's side here, just looking for nades to connect. Trying to see if they can get someone on the pitch. HyDra gets the reach.
Hello?
Just gets blindsided by it. I don't know if he was expecting HyDra to keep moving through that stun, but he does, and that is enough to open up the hard point to LA. I mean, we're talking about perfect breakoff after perfect breakoff, Jay. What are we talking about?
He might have lagged out right there. I don't know how you don't react to HyDra sliding right by you and then coming back to the same spot, because they always come back out. But don't execute that gunfight. Now that leads to a break for still a good chunk of time at the P1. But at least you have a little things to be hopeful for if you are OpTic. You were in control of the spawns for that next HP. Just don't give up a lot of time here.
Man, that's just so good from HyDra. I mean, he's planning to play for that early rotation through Long Street. Sees that he's got a player in front of him and just sits and waits for help. And meanwhile, over the old time, another 1v1 comes through for LA. So now you've got an opportunity to at least fight back over towards bus stop. Neum in some trouble here, though, against Huke's NPC. And that will be enough for OpTic to, for now, control some good space around P2.
Yeah, gotta make sure you're reading some of these long routes, because aBeZy is looking for the timing to go his way, or at least Scrap to be the guy that draws the attention. Mercules still gonna be head on the swivel, though. Watch the OE. Last player alive is gonna be Scrap, so OpTic shut down that first wave and take the lead.
Yeah, and off spawns here. We'll have Huke playing through mid. Merc trying to reinforce from the front. Hold on a second. Couple of the kills come through for Thieves. Merc is the only one to find elimination. He can only do so much from that corner. So there's really nothing to be found here for OpTic on the return back to the hard point. Scrap now locking things down on 5 in a row. Car bomb will come through, but Scrap almost able to find Huke. That may have given him the Hellstorm. He was really close if he got an objective kill. Follow-up, though, from Huke is good, and okay, OpTic will hold the lead. We'll move over towards P3, and OpTic will be there first, and they win the first gunfight on top of it.
Yeah, it's a big win out of Mercules, because HyDra's here with about 15 seconds of old time. Trying to grow the lead a little bit more. Both players who were early off the roto, because the other two spawned all the way across the map, just stalled out so much time for your teammates to not get into play, and now aBeZy has to slow up even more.
Well, he's in a good position here. He blocks out one of OpTic's spawns. Now it's just time to finding the last defender around the hill, and it's Shotzzy. Over the top of the tree, tough gunfight to come through. Dashy assists nicely. Neum off the regen, trying to hold over towards Towels. It's a 3v3 for the hard point at the moment. HyDra gets himself the first two, now the third, looking for essentially all of OpTic. But instead, it's aBeZy who finds the fourth and final kill, and LA are looking decent for the back 30.
And now with only 20 seconds left, OpTic in a tough position. Are we going to contest this and potentially flip on out? If we lose the fights, but no, we start off with the initiative to go our way, make it 3-for-1 in the trade battle, but just no one thinking about the hard point is going to allow Neum to be in a very good spot to at least stall time for his teammates.
Yeah, and you got aBeZy. Oh, man.
Look at him.
Able to find a finesse winner on the back. So Neum from back square gets the first. Locks down the spawns. Numbers now able to find one. Trying to go in and out of Grandma's up top. Dashy also playing from the jump up. But these nades are finding so much value. aBeZy still locking from the front. Trophy to keep him safe. But here comes Shotzzy. 2 in a row for him. Mercules the third, and aBeZy's got no exit. Perfect break for OpTic.
Yeah, this is why OpTic loved themselves some Gridlock HP, because some of these money hills you're thinking that seem to be unbreakable, OpTic have figured out how to need to do it. So keeping the lead in their favor, so controlling the spawns as well. Kill feed starting to light up green. OpTic looking for momentum. They're finding it.
Oh, well, they do get bounced out of the hard point for a small moment, but Shotzzy on 4 is brooding towards a potential Hellstorm. Give him 5. One more down low. There we go. A little bit of hard point time may get the job done for the Hellstorm as we rotate back over to P1. LA spawning over towards Old. And that's a solid set of reads right now from OpTic, but Shotzzy still does not have that Hellstorm yet. I'm sure he was sitting there thinking, I just got to play for a kill. Down, first shoulder comes through, and LA will know that Shotzzy's in the back line.
Yeah, and they also know that he's probably playing for a Hellstorm, so let's take our time on this chow. And it's HyDra able to execute that one-on-one. So now your pinch is covered. Everybody focus on the front, and there's no Hellstorms that are going to break it at this P1 time. This is looking like a flawless hold.
Looking good so far. 30 seconds of the fight. OpTic still spawning on the preferred side of the map as we look over towards what comes next for P2. But all of this time for LA isn't even close to being contested. I mean, HyDra hasn't moved since finding that shutdown into Shotzzy. And eventually we'll find Huke, but gunfight doesn't go his way. aBeZy, lots of damage, but only a single kill, and that's really good space for OpTic with only 13 seconds left on P1.
Yeah, it took such a long time to execute that break attempt, but thankfully the Nuke, who is the guy working behind HyDra, wins that one-on-one. So still in control of the spawns, and you only have one player now technically off the rotation towards New. Thieves can bully their way over towards 18.
Perfect for Thieves. Small play for OpTic, kind of developing on both sides of the map at the same time. Shotzzy only able to find one. He's stuck, backside fire. Stun comes through, locks him into place, makes that gunfight very simple for Neum. Follow-up through overpass. HyDra's going to catch one on rotation, so now the pinch has been made known. aBeZy the one trying to block it over as the rest of the Thieves will spawn right on top of 18. And that's all you need. And again, just make yourself the most difficult kill possible. aBeZy finds the info, and now all of a sudden he's helping from the front. You just don't anticipate this many numbers for Thieves, and he almost turns to find a second, but it's OpTic for 3, and they're back into the time.
Yeah, I love the play to just discard Dashy towards the back lines to keep your numbers. At least your advantage still right in front of you, but if you don't win the gunfights, that's where it could come back to haunt you. OpTic circle this final 10, or at least cut their losses and think about that new time, but every single gunfight from this point on is very important.
Scrap with the follow-up doesn't even need to come through as he's able to turn and nearly find Mercules. But now the sides get established. LA trying to spawn from the left, OpTic spawning in from the back. But it's the Thieves in the time for now. 4v2 situation though for OpTic, trying to make their way into the hard point. But HyDra, Scrap able to find a couple, leaves it to an opportunity to still contest this. Dashy for 2, Dashy for 3. One more to find. Neum trying to clean things up, but Thieves are trying to restructure at the same time. Down right now, but we jump to an LA listening to see if they can make the comeback.
Yo, shot time. Watch out right side.
Okay. Nice, guys.
Yo, gonna be your fast, gonna be your fast.
20. Yo, pillar on the pillar, Kyler. He's on the pillar. Yo, two tiki.
That's fine.
That's why I don't new guys.
One bullet. Yeah, behind me.
They're banging. Small.
I'm playing dub. I'm already
Help the right.
I'm all dub.
I have time.
I have your small.
Dub. Brandon, watch out, D-dub.
One spawn right. I have the right, Jay.
Yeah, we're not.
One already taxi.
Kyler, one shot, Kyler.
In mid, Merc, one shot.
I have your left side.
Kyler, one shot. Already in the window, already top.
I have your top.
He went hill.
Throw one bullet.
I spawned the back.
Back alley.
I spawned the back.
Every back alley.
I'll see him back door.
Back left door.
I'm trying back alley. One shot.
Let's go left there, boys. Let's go left there.
Sunny time.
Go ladder.
Shot left side time weak.
It's your time.
One shot. Ah, you jumped over.
Stop for me then.
Stay alive.
Each out.
Yeah, Merc is shot.
Top ladder.
Top ladder, Chang. Merc, still top ladder. Still there, Merc.
Nice, guys.
2-0.
We play for the zone.
Go back door. Top. Last one. Counting on time. Laying down on the stairs. Bottom of the stairs.
Yeah,
in you, boys.
We can take round
Money. Going home.
I'm
catching left.
Yeah, bang to left.
I'm laying the
Yeah,
top.
one spawn deep dub, okay?
I'm gonna go ice cream with you, Paco. Hold on.
I'm playing my life back square.
I'm gonna slide up to the right. Yo, let's go bang together.
Yo, spawning 18.
Yeah, one's gonna be 50.
On time, Merc. Merc has up on time.
One's gonna be 50.
One shot.
Merc is just shotgun.
Stone on me. Stone.
One's gonna be ice cream. My main one's gonna be ice cream.
I spawn shower.
Top broken, running away. Run away, top broken.
On time.
Top broken.
2018.
On time. Last time, Merc gonna be low bridge.
I have time.
No, they spawn shower.
No,
Hearts on low bridge.
Yo, two spawn shower. Yeah, no, but the first
going right.
spawn shower.
Take your time.
I have hole.
Take your time.
Went back right.
Yo,
Still on you.
right of me, dead.
In the back.
Yo, two bank.
Let's
two bank.
Time me close. Weak.
Help him, boys.
Time me close. Time me close.
I got
Right, one more Kyler close. You like close.
Nice.
I have hold.
I'm
Give me
on the right. They're spawning one more.
They're gonna be right.
Just spawn a shower.
Yo, someone pick up hole.
Yeah, I got it. I can. I have the car.
Brandon on the car.
Yeah, stop.
I'm just making noise.
Stop 18. Top 18.
I don't see other. Yo, one shot.
Back 18. Back 18.
Ticket.
All good.
Stone in low bridge.
Ticket, Brandon, one shot.
All good. Stone in low bridge. Front mid.
Yo, forefront.
Go front. Yeah, I'm down.
Forefront. I'm sending mid.
Taxi. Gotta kill this guy.
Man, taxi. Back mid. One's mid.
He's two on time.
Mercules plus one.
This guy's
He's on the taxi.
Back and forth, but Mercules is starting to turn up, Jay. He's on another 5 spree, 30 and 21. The only thing he's been missing out on is not being able to finish off a Hellstorm, but he has been so instrumental towards OpTic keeping this lead.
No, he's the reason why they have the lead, man. He was able to make such a great play at the ending of the P4, but just slipping by Neum and HyDra, going on 5 in a row. And then just now off this rotation, locating 3 is the only player watching the front lines. OpTic still trying to keep their 20-point lead, and Mercules starting to relocate his Hercules form. He was going off.
There's the CDL, and then there's the CDL driver's license that Merc just showed off by playing around 18. Unbelievable. Huke now on rotation finds the first. Does he get a read that there's a second nearby? Hard to tell if they know that Scrap is here, and yet Shotzzy will get that information. Now, leader's advantage, potentially leading toward potential map win for OpTic. Dashy off 3 in a row. LA spawning, and OpTic can close here.
Oh, but Neum is able to read. Mercules so far pushed out, so first kill goes in favor of LA, and they also have a pinch on the opposite side. So in a 3v4, you gotta try to hold on. You are finding the trades. Dashy gonna be the last man standing, but the numbers for Thieves is good enough for the break.
I mean, we're talking about a 2v4 situation if you were to take a freeze frame of the minimap with both players for Thieves on opposite sides way out of the play, and they still find ways to get kills.
Oh my goodness.
Turn it into a clean break. All 4 dead for OpTic. 237 is where it stops for Texas. LA, 225 and counting. Trying to get a read. HyDra up front. Scrap able to help out. Gets the warn trade. How about more? Looking for everything. Not quite. And Nia
still lose.
Drop. They will lose here. You've got to find a way to contest it. aBeZy's on the case.
Just gotta get it for a slither of a second, and OpTic are pushing you back for so far so good, but a millisecond contest from Scrap is good enough. Thieves win the rotation anew.
Gotta be perfect. They need 20 seconds of time without giving away a 1/10 of a second, it feels like. Shotzzy, Mercules, first couple of kills come through. Neum cannot leave the hard point. Shotzzy, fresh off the regen. Can't win the first battle.
Oh my!
239, 249. aBeZy for 3. Dashy, you cannot drop here. You have to keep your life. Returning back up top. Chasing down 1. Oh, what a read from aBeZy. Damage is out. Now it's 248 to 249. Scrap the last one left. You have to stay alive if you're Shotzzy. The contest is through. The spray is down, and OpTic get one through the hoop, if only just barely. Holy cow. Bothering with it. Just going to try to play a retake. They've gotten the entire A side of the map, and they're going to get a little bit of a feel out from Scrap early. It looks like, yeah, they may know that Shotzzy had already played forward, but he will retreat back to water. And as HyDra drops, it's a 4v3 post plant for OpTic.
Yeah, Shotzzy still holding strong water position, but just a little bit too low. In the pond is aBeZy. You turn it into an instant 2v2, 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh, and Neum's able to find another double. Huke, the last one standing in a 1v2. First player comes out, second there, and the shots are close, but Neum finds a way to win the battle, and he's starting off 3-0.
A focal point for Thieves on their next move, but Scrap, he's thinking it's all going to be clear on this side of the map. Dashy in a cruddy spot gets the better of him, and now numbers in favor of OpTic.
Yeah, and Thieves are a little bit stuck right now. They've let too much of this round go by to where any information they would have had in the first break-off is pretty much invalid now at this point. So aBeZy will play on one side, looking for some info. Mercules playing on close section of the arches will go unnoticed. And it looks like Thieves are going to try to finish this back at the A site. Unless aBeZy says, hey, come my direction, no one's home. Oh, and do they see Dashy and Boathouse? Oh, mercy. At least Dashy is the awareness of it. That's your bomb carrier down. And that makes this 1v2 nearly impossible for aBeZy.
Yeah, bomb's going to be down over towards Boathouse. It's going to be a GG all around, but this is all due to just Shotzzy finding 1 kill. Because the entire time, Thieves really...
Dashy aware that this could potentially be in play, but do you know that they're this close? No, you do not. HyDra able to find 1. aBeZy unfortunately taking down his teammate, but still confirms one of his own, and then comes back to the play with Neum. Huke, the last one standing, and he's a little bit stuck right now up top towards open steps.
Yeah, the good thing is he does have bomb in hand, so he can make the play come to him. And that's the perfect decision to make at this point. Bomb's going to get planted at B. Scrap and aBeZy going to take a little bit of time just working from their spawn.
And Huke's is going to play this one up close and personal. It's a risky position, though. It could hit you from the flank, open stairs, you wouldn't know it. And interesting, LA is going to look to see if they can catch Huke re-wrapping through office. He's not interested in that. So now 22 seconds on the clock. Here comes the play for the defuse on B. Scrap playing bodyguard. Huke now moving to check. Sees Scrap. Prioritizes that as the first, and he catches the second just before the defuse comes through. Very close, but over through open steps. They'll make the way up top. Meanwhile, Thieves are like, cool, sounds great, we'll play today.
Shotzzy still not able to locate anyone. This is what the Thieves have been catching a lot of teams off guard with, but just forcing the mind games, forcing OpTic to keep on thinking, but you think a little bit too much, and eventually someone's going to walk in front of you. Huke with the first, Shotzzy with the second.
Yeah, and I really love this from the defense of OpTic. You just keep putting pressure on that top staircase position. You know for a fact that Thieves now have to be playing down low, and you pick them apart. I mean, that's the one thing I will say about this map compared to last year.
And that's exactly what Shotzzy and Huke love to do. It's not 2 rounds in a row now for OpTic. Starting to come alive here in the search and destroy. First split in the first 10 seconds. They got early numbers.
Yeah, and you got to be careful here for your LA's defense. You don't want to get picked playing over through checkers, but wow, the damage is in, and LA make the read that OpTic are not fully here, so they get themselves into a 3v3. Here comes the flank, though, from Shotzzy. Is anyone watching for it? Ah, they are, but Shotzzy still able to confirm 1 before dropping. now it's just down to OpTic through Lambo. 2v2 situation. Shots from Scrap and Dashy go back and forth between Mercules finding the pick. And aBeZy's looking to maybe catch some timing here in the wrap back, but Dashy's read it. And that should be enough information for OpTic to just make sure they don't get caught off guard, collect the bomb, and play their 2v1 from here.
Yeah, just run around as an army of two. It's gonna give yourself the best chance of clutching this one up. Only 30 seconds.
Similar look for OpTic on this particular defense. However, the players up top through windows really not assisting the SMGs on this route. And once more, LA will just take the quick plant.
Yeah, they're trying to isolate onto aBeZy.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't even matter because Mercules on the opposite side gets the first blood. Huke and Shotzzy combined for 2, and that's already 4 up, 4 down. OpTic way too efficient right now.
When there is a post plant, LA are trying to scramble to get that position back, not actually hold it for their post plant. So OpTic are keeping them on the low ground, which is so crucial. And that's going to have to be something that if we get another offensive round for LA, they're going to need to figure out. 5-1 the count. Possible first blood battle here. aBeZy able to beat Shotzzy as they essentially slide into one another. And Mercules has to at least value his life for now. We'll go 3v4 in favor of LA.
Yeah, now if you are LA, no need to ego chow any of these gunfights. Just read where the player is coming in and then use your teamwork to execute in these final couple of waves. A minute left to go. All of OpTic tracked over towards the A side. You see HyDra's just waiting for his teammates to get the comp before he goes, but by the time he goes, it's a 1v4. Easy round there for LA.
Yeah, really well done there for LA, just not getting a little too greedy with their numbers because we've got no interest in contesting, and instead, well, I thought for a moment they were just going to catch aBeZy out on that route up top to patio, but OpTic don't even take a shot, and HyDra finds Mercules backside 10. Now he's got info to set up aBeZy for a freebie, and this is a little bit too simple. Dashy does get one in response, and to be fair, LA have not planted yet. So Shotzzy still in a position to potentially win the round. Oh my goodness, the first one there, the second not quite centered. And we'll go to the 2v2, 35 on the clock.
And Shotzzy has him trapped. Technically still catch someone off guard, but ready and waiting is going to be Neum. So now Dashy in a 1v2, 25 seconds left. They have no idea where he is.
Yeah, Dashy tries to take away the arches through well, and he's going to see the bomb come out. There's HyDra, there's Neum, gets the first, shots to the second, perfect. And oh man, okay. Kills come through. Shotzzy trying to get it done with Mercules as their own, and oh, can't quite get through the threshold. The Shotzzy back to 100 HP, little bounce off the wall. Neum trying to push forward, but
oh no,
does that land over the top? Unfortunately, have it just down to 1, and it looks like Thieves will be able to set up at least some sort of a defense here, but hold on, not done.
They're still here.
Still fighting, still trying to get this EMP over the threshold, but aBeZy, he finds himself 1. Dashy stuck on a pistol. You think the moment should be over, and very well it is.
Holy moly, what a bloodbath. All around that tank area just for a capture not to go down. So everyone can take a little bit of a breath. Start to fight for that mid-map control, and it's Shotzzy for now, at least controlling Deli. Huke on the opposite side was trying to create some more space over through play, but both get shut down, and now the ARs for Thieves could just pre-aim forward.
Yeah, but also over towards Motel. Huke will stop one of those two plays. Shotzzy now over the top, getting some pressure from Thieves, pushing to the middle of the map, but Huke and Merc have that covered, and now Shotzzy can start to get a little bit more loose. Huke can do the same thing, trying to get over to the Thieves building, and both SMGs will find their way forward.
Can anyone from Thieves put themselves in position to get 1 kill to slow down this play? The only one that's going to be in a position to do that is HyDra. But OpTic get on the board first. The reset, though, they're not in a position as Scrap finds 3.
They've lost Mercules, though. So, yes, you get a couple of players for it, but no one is going to be able to cleanly take this EMP. Finally, the shutdown has enough time been killed. Huke able to find one through the mid-cut. HyDra with a pistol response. Just on to what aBeZy could do from the front, and the counter cap is immediately there. Ooh, we'll go back and rewatch that one in one moment. 2 will drop LA in some trouble here as it's just down to Scrap. He finds himself 2. Spawners now going to make their way back over.
Oh my!
From Scrap absolutely pelts Huke, and LA's defense will get into position.
They just keep on stopping them. It doesn't matter how much possession time OpTic have. It's still a tie game on the better side. And now with the counter cap opportunity, if you find this kill, and it's HyDra with the highlight reel. Just keep on stalling time because Scrap is going to jump that one in for free. Thieves have the lead.
And now all of a sudden back over towards he has eluded it. at least for a small time, and that actually lets Dashy get behind the play here towards A.
Dashy needs to get a lot more than just 1 kill. He's able to find 2. Can't get the 3rd onto Neum, though. And even with him finding a double, you don't locate the last 2 players with these, so just camp your corners, guarantee your ones, because time is getting away. Only 40 seconds. OpTic desperately at least want to tie this before halftime.
Yeah, but Neum is being so slippery through the middle of the map. As much as the space is nice for OpTic, you have to get the EMP to follow up on it, and they're not able to do it. All 4 OpTic players will drop. Neum trying to push forward, but gets caught throwing a trophy system. 20 seconds left. It'll be Scrap to carry the EMP. Forward blockers in HyDra and aBeZy working on opposite sides of the map. And finally, the Neum off spawn will help Scrap make his way through Motel.
Should they keep on finding the opening kill? Now in the final 5 seconds, you're going to try to retract it, or at least play a little bit of mind games, because HyDra is lead blocking on both sides. But Thieves now in extra time have the final push in their possession. aBeZy's able to locate 1. Scrap eventually is going to fall. Oh my goodness.
Got a solid break off.
Yeah, and they back down Huke. They know that Shotzzy was over towards the plane side, so if we could quickly trade him out, we can add score number 3. It stalls out so much time. Stun's able to connect, and now it's HyDra roaming in blue with an M15. Yeah, he usually doesn't have this gun, but he's still finding kills. Oh!
He's got the pistol too, and that's another 3rd kill coming from Neum, plus the 4th. EMP going to be grabbed before the reset, but everyone is so far away. May not make a difference, so HyDra on this fence position continues to keep OpTic spawning all the way out, and a 3rd score comes through. Pressure now firmly established.
And this is where you're banking on Shotzzy to find that opening kill, but it's actually going to be Huke with a little bit of assistance. So OpTic have the EMP in their possession. They are dominating time of possession, by the way, in this game. Just not dominating in the scoreboard. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go, and you find 2 kills over towards Motel. Might be the opportunity you were looking for.
Should be good. Oh! Dashy, nice pistol shots. Trophy system down. Merc with the score. EMP will spawn behind over towards Motel, and Dashy just gets it done.
So if you can win this one-on-one gunfight, quickly grab it. You're going to stand a chance at a score. But everyone racing over towards the Motel side. HyDra gets picked off. OpTic in a 3v3 for this map control.
Big win, 3 kills come through. Last one left alive is Scrap, playing over towards mid-market. Trying to cut off the EMP, he's shut down. Now it's just HyDra in their way. Oh, but the stuns are landing and no one's able to seize HyDra over towards the backside. He still goes unnoticed. No one even looks his direction. Just kind of out in the middle of no man's land, back on the offense.
Yeah, Shotzzy's just trying to be annoying. Already in a position, a very powerful position to cause some problems. He has top green spawn. He's blocking these close spawns from LA to spawn him over towards Motel, and OpTic are able to tie the game.
Okay, here we go. 3-3, minute 35 on the clock. EMP back to mid-map, LA side of market. Setup looking solid. Huke able to find 1. aBeZy.
He's out of there.
Have to try to move over, but the problem is you get 1 player in HyDra still to spawn up to defend this A zone. Minute 15 now on the clock.
And now no one want to grabbing this EMP very quickly. Let's get the map control to start it off. And it's HyDra and Scrap already finding 2. You know, at least 1 player from OpTic still going to be around that mid-map area, but that's all 4 dead. Everyone coming off the respawn. Got to wait for Scrap on this pinch, and this is looking like score 4.
Oh, but Dashy gets 2. Last one left alive is Scrap. He saves the day again. Huge stand for OpTic. Still tied at 3. Shotzzy making a quick rotation over to play, but he doesn't have a lot of help here. So LA will have a chance to hold numbers and try to control the map.
Yeah, he's just trying to get the EMP out, and look at what Neum is already doing, taking the space on the opposite side. SMG and the AR in the back pocket, but all he wants to do is value his life. He gets picked, and OpTic should have the numbers to stop this.
But look at HyDra rewrapping backside fences.
Oh no.
OpTic are a bit stuck behind the tank. First kills come through. 1 more to grab. Can you get there to pick up and score in time? Yes, you can. That's 15 seconds on the clock. OpTic are reeling. They're finding the kills they need, though. That's all 4 dead. It's going to be an opportunity for someone to grab this and potentially score behind. Neum will drop. Here comes the relay. It's just going to be down to, can you find the kills? aBeZy start things off. You can still play for overtime, but the chase is on. They're going to find Mercules. OpTic may have been the kings of consistency, but Black Ops 7 is now firmly in the hands of the LA Thieves with 3 tournament wins in a row. What a performance from our most recent champions.
from start to finish of this series. You played some maps that you're not
that must feel
it.
awfully good right now. And of course, you started your winning spree on the last minor, and you are obviously the champions of the next one too. So has to be the next major for you guys. How are you feeling about what you're building right now in the later part of the season?
Yeah, I'm really excited the way we're playing. Obviously, the beginning of the year did not go as planned. Our teamwork was shit. Everything was just bad in the beginning of the year, and I think the past, month or 2 months, we've really kicked it into another gear. And I think we got a bit lazy on those last 2 maps, but we closed it out, so it was a good feeling.
Scrap, you guys have been unbelievable, man. Congratulations on all the success recently, and
Thank
for you guys, I hope it continues. But in this particular matchup, you guys are 4-1 against OpTic. Nobody has been able to crack the code against them like this. What is it about this matchup where you guys just seemingly thrive?
Yeah, I think when you play OpTic, not just us, but any team, they're always going to be considered like the best team in the game, second best team in the game, always, like in this game. So, there's just a different kind of feeling when you're playing against them. The energy's got to be higher, the teamwork's got to be better. And I think we feed into that. So, yeah, I think it's just that.
First of all, congratulations. I mean, you guys are playing unbelievable right now. I think you exceeded expectations on just the way that you did it. I want to go back to a specific map in this series, a little bit funnier. The Hacienda map 6, some of the timings, I think when you guys go back and watch it, you're going to lose your mind that they were getting on you.
Yeah.
And I want to know from your perspective, can you feel when that's happening, especially in a series like this? And what do you tell yourself? Do you have to chalk it up? All right, dude, they're just getting the timings. Can you feel it? What is that like in game?
Yeah, so yeah, like you said, Hasi's definitely got a lot of, routes. There's a lot of things that you have to watch. So it's definitely going to get mixy, especially when you're playing Ant and Kyler. Ant's known for that. Ant's known for getting lost, getting mixy. I was definitely raging after the map because I'm getting bloods and my whole team's dying, and I'm like, what just happened?
Where are they going? Yeah.
Exactly. What did happen? So, yeah, no, I think after that map, I definitely was a bit upset just of how we're playing. I thought we got pretty lazy in the last 2 maps. I think going up 3-0 didn't help. But yeah, no, the map was definitely a crazy one.
How'd you lock back in? Were you just all right?
You had a map to give. It's all right. We made it interesting.
How do I lock back in? I mean, just a mentality. That's all it is. You go down 2-0, you got to realize we're not playing our best right now. Even though we're up 3-0, we won 3 maps straight. We played really good those 3 maps, but we definitely slacked those last 2. I don't play that shit, so we better be locking in for the last map of the tournament.
That's some champ talk.
Scrap, lastly, obviously coming into this minor, there's been some new iterations, rotations in the maps and modes, a couple new things for you guys to be working on here. How are you feeling comfort-wise now? Obviously, managing to get all the way to the end of the minor, taking that chip as well, and then pushing into the next major. Are you comfy now, getting some reps, especially against, the nemesis that was OpTic Gaming? How are you feeling about the gameplay overall and your very deep map pool?
Yeah, like you said, I think our biggest thing is the map pool. I think right now, any of the maps we could play, and that's a really good feeling. I do think, Hasi, that was our first rep right there. Sake S&D's been getting better. I can't remember the new HP, but whatever. We just have a really good map pool, and that's all you really need going into these tournaments. You don't have to play perfect. You just got to play better than everyone else.
That seems to be the recipe, sir. Congratulations once again. Unbelievable, honestly, all of you. So go enjoy the win, celebrate, and then lock back in, of course, for the major coming up next.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Give me that shit.
Thank you.
I love it. I love the energy. Honestly, yeah, it's just the absolute personality of a champion, feeling really good. And they should do, rightfully so. It was dominant. I will say, based on the way OpTic were playing, I was questioning how dominant maybe LA Thieves were going to be. I honestly wasn't expecting them to come out the gates that hot, especially against an OpTic that looked incredibly comfortable and calm in every single series. They had so much reason to be confident in this gameplay, in this grand finals. And Thieves, they just took the wind out of their sails. It was really impressive to watch, especially that first hardpoint. My goodness me.
Yeah, they got to review the Thieves VOD a lot, right? And maybe try to sync up with them for some scrims going forward. Yeah, if you're OpTic, I think the biggest takeaway for sure is the overload in the series. Both of those just has to be better. Got to take one of those to extend this series to that Game 7. But yeah, right now, Thieves, certainly the best team in the game.
They certainly are indeed. Well, I'll tell you what, there's an awful lot of players who are the best in the game as well. And they come on different teams, but a lot of them in our grand finals. finals. Here is our team of the minor. We have Neum here. He had the #1 S&D KD across
Rookie of the year, just give it to him.
Unbelievable stuff from him. Dashy, of course, Overload. He was a god. aBeZy, just been a god in general. So many clutch moments from him. And Shotzzy, of course, going crazy pretty much on every map.
I really show some Neum some love on this graphic for a second, being on the team of the minor, and also just his performance at the major as well, like putting up MVP numbers. And I think in this specific grand final, I got a really good look at to what he adds specifically to